Hey, what's up everybody? This is another Travel Tea Stories podcast or Tea Travel Stories podcast. Fuck knows how it's called because it's not about the branding, it's more about the storytelling. First of all, let me apologize you guys because I gotta shoot this video outside on the streets. I couldn't find a library. Guess what? I went there. I even told them in Russian and in English that what I'm doing, what's the reason I need a quiet place. They said they gotta wait for the director because the director is not here, and without the director, since it's Kazakhstan, I cannot do jack fucking shit. So I was like, yeah, you know what, I rather sacrifice my time and the quality, and I came to this goddamn fucking McDonald's. I hate it so much, but it is what it is. Anyways, today in this episode of Travel TTS, I want to talk about my experience back home after this food poisoning. You remember from previous episode that it was super fucked up. I lost heaps kilos in really short time, and now the time I'm back in the Netherlands, 2000 is it 12? No, it's still 11. It's still 11. Around August, July, I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't recover. I kept on losing weight, I kept on having diarrhea. I could eat a little bit more, I could drink a little bit more, but it was still like shooting shit as it was leaving my body. So yeah, I ended up going to the hospital. Back in the days, I had this like European Union health insurance card, which means that if you happen to be a European Union citizen, Hungarian in my case, then you are eligible for a card which allows you to get insured and treated everywhere in Europe, basically within European Union. So I did that one. I grabbed that shit. I went to the hospital and I said, hey, what's up? I need to have a medical checkup. And I explained my situation, and they took a sample from my shit, I took a sample of my piss, and I took a sample of my blood. So basically I was giving everything I got instead of my spirit, but sometimes because of the diarrhea I felt like my spirit is leaving my body with the shit at the same time, same place. Bye ladies. And nevertheless, it was not so much of a pain and the hassle. The whole process went down in 2 days. I got the results in a week or so. Turns out that I'm the 6th registered case in the history of Netherlands with this kind of infection. So they wanted to put me in a quarantine. They wanted to forbid me from working, from school. Basically, we get in touch with other people. I had to talk to my flatmates about the situation and explain what's up, and if they want to give up on the rent, give up on my company, it's completely fine. People even from the capital came down from the ministry to talk to me, to talk down me from doing like social events, social lives, right? So it was funny. Anyways, I recovered after like couple weeks. They got some special antibiotics that cured the shit. In the meantime, I was struggling big time in the Netherlands because they have this regulation. If you happen to be in a higher education system, you have to have this propedeuse, which is like basic degree, basic diploma, however you call it, doesn't matter. It means that in the first 2 years you gotta absolve, you gotta acquire all the first year credits, 60 credits total. Now I was struggling through, big time struggling through with obtaining these credits, especially at finance, economics. When it came to numbers, I wasn't really good at it. I was really solid exchanging euro to Indian rupees or Pakistani rupees or whatever. But when it came to the finance and economics, I was a big fail. So I was struggling through it. It put me a huge stress on me. And back in the days, I had another shitty relationship, and that started me to run. And it's funny because this is the time when I started to get involved in running, in extreme sports, in a sense that not just like sprinting, not just like running to stay in shape, to be sexy and shit. But rather I was running to treat my mind because I was in a stressful situation, shit was happening, and I was going up creek shit or something like that. I don't know the expression in English, but I love that one. Anyway, so I was facing many difficulties on the road as the first semester was passing. And the second semester was passing because I started cross semester, as you remember. And then I started to run more and more, and I realized that I used running not to be in shape, not to get better as an athlete, but rather to get better and find peace up here, to make a more peaceful state of mind, to acquire a sort of meditative state that brings me peace. And it worked. Sometimes I was running 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I was running just like before school, after school, instead of school, and it was really good. Back in these days, I already managed to get a really good job in a sort of like factory. Hey guys, do you want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
What's up? These are the Kazakh cool guys. Give me high five. Дай пять, пожалуйста. Молодец.
YouTube?
Да, конечно, на YouTube.
Канал какой?
TeePolgar.
Давай. Можете написать?
Да, конечно, не проблема.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? So this is direct marketing happening here. So, да, конечно. Wow, such a fancy phone. Only if I have money to buy such. T-E-E.
Hello YouTube.
Hello YouTube. TeePolgar. That's me. Час. Это мой. Ага, молодец.
Подписываем.
Давай, Лютей.
Давай.
Жить очень хорошо, если не фокус только для студии, да? Есть хорошо шутки жить. Свинки, свинья и алкоголь. Только шутка. До свидания, братанки.
Подождите, можно сфоткаться с вами? Да.
Что ты хочешь?
Сфоткаться.
А, конечно. Awesome.
Теперь я.
Давай. The new generation, eh? Bloody cute kids. Anyways, so yeah, I started to run, I started to get into this like competitive idea as well. However, that was just a secondary outcome. It wasn't my priority, but hey, you need to treat yourself, you need to get feedback, and you need to get results, whatever you do, whether you fail, whether you're not, whether you realize that you hate it, whether you realize how much you love it, one way or the other. But you do need to understand, you do need to get feedback from society, from the world, from yourself, from your mind. And in running, competitive racing is the best way to get feedback. How far are you, what's up, and how well you do. So this is what I did. As well as the study, this was the time actually when I do realize that, hey, I want to use this to travel. I want to use Netherlands to travel. I don't want to live here. People are just like so focused on money, so focused on this materialistic concept, and they are just too civilized for me. I need this like chaotic East European, West Asian kind of lifestyle. East Asia, Central Asia is too much of a bureaucracy. West Europe, North America, too much of a civilization. So something in between, and this like semi-chaotic, semi-bureaucratic, semi-corruptive, where relations, not everything, yet they still weigh, they still count some. So I really came to the realization that, hey, fuck it, I don't want to become a manager, a marketing guru, a sales manager, a fucking finance director. I just want to use this as an opportunity to travel and take as much money and as much English knowledge as possible of the system. Which slowly happened. I did have a good job. I got acquainted with pretty awesome people. Speaking of which, speaking of the Dutch people, it's amazing how well people speak English. It's amazing how smart those folks are and how much civilization they can compress into their own little brain. And I'm telling you why, because the last fucking plumber on the street, the last hobo person spoke better fucking English than most of the English teachers in Hungary or right now, especially here in Kazakhstan. It was amazing. No matter what I needed to know, English was never a problem. Of course, I was facing with discrimination, some sort of racism, and this is common thing nowadays in Western Europe, not only because of the migrants, but also because of the fucking East Europeans, like me. Because most of the people just go there, trash down the place, get wasted, get high, work 6 hours, just send the money back. So they don't really give anything back. They don't really want to learn the language. They just want to learn as much as they really need it. So they hang out with their little fucking flocks, Hungarians with Hungarians, Ukrainians, Bulgarians, Serbian. So it's quite straightforward, and in a negative way, it's straightforward. And of course, from the other side, with the Polish people, it's a good example. I went to this company where I was applying for a special role, and they said that, sorry, you either speak Dutch, which is the local language, obviously in the Netherlands, or Polish. I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You people don't speak English? Oh yeah, we do, but we only have leading hand from Poland and from here, the Netherlands. So that makes sense actually, eventually, and I understood that, hey, if you're Hungarian, it's not as good as being a Polish, eventually, when it comes down to slavery. Sorry for my Polish mates, but that's the truth. If you are Polish, then you have better chances to work yourself up in a factory, in warehouse jobs. So on the long run, it's not going to be a good payout, but on the short term, it's going to give you better opportunities than holding another passport. Or what my friend did, hooked up with a Polish girl, and in half a year he spoke on a conversational level. So that really helped me out of the woods. But that was all for this semester. So actually I was super grateful that I managed to get this Barcelona position, so that allowed me to go for 6 months to Barcelona. Speaking of which, guys, stay tuned because the next fortnightly episode will be about my time in Barcelona. 6 months, an amazing, probably one of the best semester at university that I spent, mainly because it was in Barcelona, I gotta admit that. But this is what I'm going to talk about. Until then, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is TeePolgar. Don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram channel. Guess what? TeePolgar. And yes, I think no need to say, but guess what's the Facebook page? TeePolgar. That's the one. So subscribe to those channels to be notified to get the information firsthand. And please engage with me. I want to hear your voice. Don't just like, don't just give us heart, don't just give a fucking smile. Just jot down your opinion. Hey, you suck. Hey, the voice shit. Your face is fucked up. You have to have some surgery. Whatever it is in your mind, please share it to me because I want to get engaged with you. I want to make some ties with you guys. So stay tuned, guys, because in 2 weeks' time I'm coming back with the next episode. Till then, you with a little bit of me are shaping society. Bye.